Hi guys, thanks for checking the video out. I've been given a lot of lessons and I get a lot of lessons come and they're working on trying to open their hips up through the ball, and it's usually associated with power, and they think the quicker I can open up my hips the better I will hit it. And I have to be honest, I don't ask people to open their hips very often when I'm giving a lesson, and it's for a few reasons, but usually people will open up the hips enough, and what they're not doing is they're not tilting. So you need to tilt the pelvis as you go through, and that I feel is more important than just opening them, because what can happen when all you're trying to do is open them is you get to the top of your swing, you turn this way, and what it does is it stops any shift into the left hand side, so you end up getting stuck on this back leg. It tends to kick the right knee out a bit, and then if you think about where your weight's going now, it's going excessively to the left. So think about how many people struggle with slicing. By trying to really rip your hips open, you get stuck, you can't now post into this left leg, and then you cut across as a result, and you think, well, that's not very powerful, I need to do it quicker and quicker, and what you find is you start spinning and falling back even more. So again, from this angle, up on the top of the swing, by just trying to spin, kick this back leg out, and then you end up getting stuck on that back leg. You don't get into that position that you want. I much prefer to see people almost feeling like they're pushing into their left side and pushing up, and I'm feeling this movement as in a straight line, but what you'll see is the hips open anyway. And to actually keep the hips straight, you actually have to feel like you turn in the other direction to actually counter the opening. So I don't see that very often at all, so as a consequence there's actually not really any need to feel like they're opening, because they will kind of do it as a result if you get this tilt and this pushing into the left hand side. Getting into this position, you're now pulling across more, so now your energy is now going in the direction that you want. You're going to be able to get a far better contact because you're controlling the low point. Plus, if you're somebody that's been slicing, getting this push and this tilt is actually going to encourage you to deliver the club far more in to out than you would be doing if you just pop through there. So again, like I say, this is very common and it's logical, and I understand why people try to do it, but you just have to think about it and go, well, actually, if all I do is rip them open, I might not be delivering the club how I want, plus I'm probably not going to put energy in the direction that I want, get in the positions that I need to be in to hit some really good shots. So yeah, I would be just a little careful. Little drill for you, and this is a drill that I like. So get the label of your shaft, but sit it in the center, and all I want you to feel like, so if you were to make a backswing and let's feel like you've turned your hips a little bit, I want you to feel like you're going along the direction of the shaft, pulling forward but not moving your upper body. That's more of the movement that I want, and then from here obviously you can then push in. When you do this, you'll see this trail leg, this right knee for a right hander doesn't come flying out towards the shaft. So we're trying to push across here, but what you'll see is I'm asking you to go along the shaft, but then if you put the shaft across, it opens up anyway. So you get in a far more functional position, a position where you can hit some really good shots from, rather than trying to go for the big one, trying to create loads of speed, but maybe not being as consistent as you want. So I hope this has helped. Are you somebody that's tried this? Are you somebody at the minute that's trying to rip their hips open, kind of looking at Rory and thinking, I just need that hip speed, and not actually factoring in how we might actually need to move them to be a little more consistent with the power? So yeah, get some comments down below if you're that guy, and I hope to catch you soon.